Sokolsky ahead 1-2. Butler is going to try and protect. Goes up top, fouls it off to stay alive. Both of these clubs just losing massive amounts of starters. Graduation, transfer portal, especially for Oregon State. So a new look for both of these clubs. Sokolsky, a veteran, and does her job setting down the Oregon State hitters in order in the Beavers' home half of the first. We're still scoring now. Can't emphasize that enough as Des Patman leads things off for the Oregon Ducks, the transfer from New Mexico State. Hitting .338. Been a starter basically since day one. Really had a great year with New Mexico State last year. Conference USA Newcomer of the Year, first team All-CUSA, hit nearly 400. Really hasn't missed a beat in the very tough Big Ten Conference. In that Rutgers series, Patman was 3 for 4, had a double, a couple of walks, 3 ribbies, scored 4 runs. I mean, she just gets on base, and when she does, she finds home. Always a threat to go deep with the 7-round trippers. Hewlin, a beauty on that outside edge. And one of Hewlin's best attributes is to get a lot of players looking, and she did it right there.
Batting second, the catcher number 2, Bracy Rosa.
And that's the way you want to start off the frame if you're Hewlin, issuing 2 walks in the top of the first, but she gets Patman to sit down via the K. And here's Rosa. Bracy Rosa, starter since late February when Emma Cox went down with an injury. Her first career hit was an RBI double against Loyola of Chicago. Had a slam against Rutgers in Game 1 last weekend. Cox is scheduled to return healing, but man, you got to find some place for Rosa and that bat. Sophomore catcher out of Hawaii. Last year for Oregon, played in 8 games, no starts, 0 for 3. Well, she's hitting .356 this year and starting a ton. She has been a great story for the Oregon Ducks. Hewlin's got to dig in. Rosa with the 5 dingers. Great pitch by Hewlin. Really fooled Rosa. And Hewlin behind in the count with the great pitch with all that spin and elicits the little pop out.
Batting third, the designated player number 13.
Great look at Missy Lombardi, what she has done in her 7 years with Oregon, 4 straight regional finals. They are getting closer and closer to returning to the Women's College World Series. She's been absolutely terrific coming to Oregon from all those years at Oklahoma. Maakay turning on that one. The freshman out of San Diego, Stephanie, starter since day one, hitting .333. First career hit was a double against Buffalo. She also homered in that game with the 5 ribbies. Lombardi knew she had a good one as Maakay reaches safely in 12 straight to start the year. Again, just finds a way to get on base. Behind in the count here, 0-2. What a pitch by Hewlin, just missing low. Great waist pitch there. Mackay doesn't chase. Hewlin still ahead 1-2. Against Rutgers last weekend, Oregon had 39 hits, including a school record 20 knocks in Game 2, outscoring Rutgers 41-3. You blink and you throw a mistake pitch, and this club will absolutely punish you. You got a hint of what was coming this year in Game 1 when Oregon beats Buffalo 21-5. And double-digit run-scoring games, nothing to this club. They make a living out of doing it. That's what makes Oregon State's victory over them in Eugene last month so impressive. 5-2. Hewlin, complete game gem. Big hits. Tristan Thompson with the 2-run homer when they needed it. Oregon State out-hitting Oregon. Rarely happens this year. They had it dialed in all phases of the game in Eugene. Oregon looking for revenge. Turns it over. Hewlin cannot believe that Tomlinson didn't punch out Mackay. So now the count goes full. Let's see where this pitch located. Ooh, and you see Donahue doing a great job of framing and freezing. But Tomlinson would have none of it. Payoff pitch coming. Just foul. Number 9 hitter Jones on deck. Long at bat for Mackay. There's a good look at Jones, another freshman. All the youngsters on this club, you thought rebuilding for Oregon. Top 5 team, rocking and rolling. Reaching for that one. Deep and gone. So on a full count, Mackay with the long ball. Solo shot, 11th homer of the year. Hewlin thought she had punched out Mackay, stayed alive. Stephanie, boom, goes down, reaches, and you see the strength.
Number 3, Kaylin Jones.
Fired up. 1-0 Ducks. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the first home run that Oregon State pitching has given up for weeks now. Hewlin, the veteran, will settle down. She has to. Here's Jones, the number 9 hitter. So when Missy Lombardi can get that kind of production from the bottom of the order, ooh. Called strike, 1-1. Kailu Shar on deck. Jones, one of the many Oregon Ducks hitting over 300, the freshman out of Denton, Texas. Family traveling and working the globe, Jones started playing softball in Japan, playing at the highest level there. All-American prep prospect when she comes back to the States. Her dad was a fire chief for the military, hence the traveling. coming off a great series against Rutgers where she was 6 for 8, 3 doubles, and a couple of RBIs. At 2-2, she'll protect. Good speed. Hewlin gets her. But against Montana, had a 3-run homer in game 1. Her first homer, first ribbies in almost a month. She'd like to keep a little of that momentum going, and no time like the present. Last year, Campbell leading this club with the 9 homers and the 25 RBIs. Laura Berg says, you kind of try and press a little bit, trying to duplicate what you did last year. Pretty nice evening here in Corvallis. Rivalry time with the Oregon Ducks in town. Just missing there. Good cut by Campbell. Oregon State hosting Oregon for the first time ever as non-conference foes. Last time these clubs met at Kelly Field was 2023. Oregon taking senior hitting .349. 4-game hit streak. Really solid in that Montana series sweep, going 7 for 12, including a homer and 3 RBIs. Gutierrez at 5'3" has got a little pop. Flannery didn't have much time to react, didn't need a lot of time to react. Nicely done.
Calling all my soldiers in. Batting third, the catcher, number 50, Nikki.
So that'll bring up Donahue, transfer out of UT Arlington. Preseason all WCC, hitting .278. Really versatile for Laura Berg. A lot of times you'll find her out in right field, but against this high-flying Duck offense, Berg really likes her behind the dish. Good at bat for Donahue. Count goes full. Big pitch coming up here. Got her. And Sokolsky is fired up. University, the visiting Oregon Ducks, top 5 nationally ranked club, leading Oregon State 1-0. Kai Luchar, celebrating a birthday, will lead things off. Her first plate appearance resulted in a walk. Hewlin wanted that outside edge. Count goes 2-0. Infield in, outfield in. There's that edge that Hewlin is looking for. 2-1. Luchar taking all the way here. Not anymore. 2023, hit over 400. Last year, over 400. Right now, nearly at 400. Good eye. Luchar rarely Ks. There's one of the birthday signs that we've seen pop up with the Oregon Ducks traveling up I-5 to Kelly Field. 3-1 count. Luchar puts the ball in play. Count goes full. Hewlin really needs to be sharp here. Luchar can fly down that line. Infield has got to be Johnny on the spot. Here we go. Protecting. Count stays full. Top of the third, Oregon leading Oregon State 1-0. Ma'ake's solo home run in the second, the difference so far. Swinging at ball 4. One down. Big out for Hewlin and Oregon State. You want to keep Luchar off the base paths. Howie playing shallow. Read it perfectly, one away. Here's Sinicki. Popped out her first plate appearance. Sinicki really exploding in the hitting department this her senior year to complement that great defense. It's a good look at Sinicki. All right, entering today, read it and weep. We should just leave this graphic up the rest of the game. It's incredible what Oregon has been doing. And when you look at who they lost last year to graduation, it's crazy. Carlson, Delgado, Daniel, Wong, Humphreys, Kauf, Bird, all gone. And yet, you've got veterans like Sinicki who bring in, and Luchar, the Luchar sisters, those three, saying, okay, freshmen and transfers, what can you do? Heck, they've been doing everything. But no question, Sinicki and the Luchars are the cornerstones of this club. There's some of those numbers again. Nutty. What a K. Late call by Tomlinson, but Sinicki knew right away, Hewlin knew right away, and you watched how Donahue just whipped that ball down to first. And Sinicki, who doesn't walk a lot, doesn't strike out a lot, goes down via the K. What a pitch by Hewlin. So here's one of those freshmen we've been talking about, McCoy. First pitch swinging way ahead. Woo. Top 20 pick. Looking for her first knock of the game. Hitting .463 coming into today's action. Even better in conference play. Hewlin going right at her. Leads the club with the 13 homers. Oh, and 2. Let's see if Hewlin plays with McCoy a little bit. I'll tell you what, McCoy turns on that thing. There's a bobble at center field, and McCoy chugs in for her 8th double of the season. Was going to stop at first, content to stop at first, until looked like Lewis bobbled it a little bit in center field, and McCoy with the 2-bagger. So 0-2 count, and McCoy stays home and drives that thing to the fence. You watch a little bobble. Oh, it got in between her wickets. Yep. And there's the hesitation, and then McCoy doesn't even draw a throw. So here's Flannery. Walked her first plate appearance. The Ducks with another runner in scoring position. 2 down. Fisted foul. Hewlin again ahead, 0-2. Can she seal the deal? Previous batter McCoy was behind 0-2, and she got that 2-out double. Flannery just looking for a knock. Maybe pick up an RBI. What a pitch by Hewlin. Got her looking. And again, that is her specialty. Hewlin and Donahue embracing. Waiting for Sokolsky to take something off it, but instead, the heater is down low, 2-2. Thompson staying alive. Pitcher's duel so far. Sokolsky hasn't given up a hit yet. Hewlin has only given up 2 hits, but one of those was the solo homer. Maake. That's where we stand, 1-0. And Rosa goes down. Remember Emma Cox, who started at catcher for Oregon before suffering an injury. Rosa stepping in a big way, and now she is down. Off the knee. Good look at the sophomore. Actually not a good look, kind of a scary look for the sophomore from Hawaii. Lombardi out with the trainer. Bracy Rosa slow to get up on her feet, trying to walk it off, as they say. Laura Berg, Oregon State, and the fans letting Rosa know they're with her. He's gonna go out, let everybody know she's okay. You've got that gear on, and you can see just how much that hurt with the ball glancing off the knee pad. And Rosa went down in a heap. Check it out right here. Ooh, right at the top. That knee pad not taking all of that impact. So the count is full for Thompson. Rosa is okay. Turns on that one. Off speed. Thompson way ahead. The line drive foul. Again, the threat to go deep. This club, Oregon State, doesn't hit a lot of home runs. Thompson with the 4 leads the way. Good at bat for Tristan. Leadoff walk. First time an Oregon State player has been aboard. And that'll bring up Paige Bamberger, the freshman out of California, hitting .257. Justice Flores will pinch run.
Now winning the first base for the Beavers, number 18, Justice Flores.
Flores now at first. The freshman. She has been one of Laura Berg's go-to prime pinch runners, so she'll stand at first. And here's Bamberger. 7-8-9 for Oregon State. Can they come through? Looking to drop the bunt. Bamberger fouls it back, 0-1. It's old school textbook stuff that Berg loves. Wants to get that runner in scoring position, and if she has to lay one down to do it, okay. So Bamberger not able to lay the bunt down. 0-2. Should be hitting away now. Bamberger now will dig in and just try to advance the runner. Flores, the pinch runner at first, nobody out. Oregon State looking to tie things up here in the third. Ella Dardis, fellow freshman, on deck for Oregon State. So Bamberger not chasing, count still in Sokolski's favor at 1-2. Just misses. Good eye, Bamberger. Boy, Sokolski did not miss by much. 2-2. You see Rosa fake a throw down to first, just trying to keep Flores close. Drops the shoulder. Boy, for a second there, I was wondering who called it, left or center, but it's Kedri Lushar who makes the grab. Big out for Sokolski and Oregon. So Bamberger not able to advance the runner. And that'll bring up Dardis. Good moment there. You see Bamberger sharing some nuggets with Dardis before she goes back to the dugout after having been retired via the pop-up. Dardis facing Sokolski for the first time. First pitch swinging. Local kid out of Tigard, Oregon. I love that. That's what you look for. You're frustrated with yourself for not coming through with the hit or getting on somehow, some way, and yet you take the time to pass a little information off to the next one coming up. Love it. And when your freshmen have the presence of mind to do that, you really, really like it. Dardis, 1-1. Putting the ball in play is what she wants to do. Sokolski using all the zones. That drop was a dandy. Ahead now, 1-2, and Sokolski wants to get right back to work. There's the first hit of the game for Oregon State. Patman. Look out, look out! So Oregon throwing the ball around, and Dardis chugs into second. So now runners at second and third for Oregon State. Lewis struck out her first time. And with Dardis chugging down to second, force is off. Second and third, only one out. Infield in, outfield in. Boy, didn't miss by much, did it? Wow. Morgan Howie on deck. Lewis again leading this team in with the .361 batting average coming into tonight's contest. Good eye, Lewis, way ahead. Her on-base percentage tells you that she is just a tough, tough out. And here she is ahead in the count, 3-0. Lost her. Man, Sokolski was just cruising along until this, the third frame. Now the bases juiced.
Next up for the Beavers, the left fielder number 17, Morgan.
So Morgan Howie, remember her first plate appearance, she just missed the solo homer. Before grounding out. Bases jacked, one down. First pitch swinging, Howie not waiting, wanted to jump on that first offering. Oregon's defense, one of the best in the business. We'll try and settle in. 0-2, Sokolski ahead in the count, and boy, could she use a K here. Howie, the veteran, doesn't walk a lot, doesn't strike out a lot. Behind 0-2. Hits it right on the screws, and enough to drive in the tying run. So Howie does her job. 0-2 pitch, stayed home with that one, drove it out in line drive fashion, enough to score the run, and we're tied. Here's Butler, runners at first and second now, 2 down. Butler struck out her first plate appearance against Sokolski. It all started with Tristan Thompson walking. Dardis's flare single, a walk to Lewis, and then Howie ties things up. Waves right through it. Ripped, but again, right at Luchar in left. Butler with a really good swing, tagged that thing anywhere but at Luchar, and she's running forever. So Oregon State strands a pair, but the tying run is in, and we're knotted at one apiece, finding an instant home in Berg's rotation. Quickly ahead, 0-2. Waste pitch, 1-2. Des Patman on deck. Rosa in the hole. One apiece. Fourth inning. All those gaudy, glossy Oregon numbers. Right now, Hewlin keeping the Ducks, for the most part, in check. Opposite field, deep, deep, off the wall. Luchar just missing the opposite field home run. Instead, with her team leading 11th, two-bagger. Statement blast right there for Kedry. Look at how close she is to going yard. Retreating is Howie. So Luchar chugs in with the stand-up double. And here's Patman. Struck out her first time up. Boy, could Hewlin use a punch out here. Beautiful bunt. Hewlin misplays it. And Oregon has got something going here in the fourth. comes the dangerous Rosa. Great job by Patman to just lay it down. Again, it's textbook stuff, and you see Hewlin charging out of the circle, but it goes off the tip of her glove. So that miscue puts runners at the corners for the Oregon Ducks. Put the oven mitts on. Pinch runner for the Oregon Ducks.
Now running at first base for the Ducks, number 11, Ayanna Shaw.
Ayanna Shaw, the sophomore, early starter in February, coming off the bench now for the Oregon Ducks. So she's at first and third. Rosa. And Shaw steams into second, not drawing a throw. Donahue trying to catch Lushar napping. So now second and third. Big doings for this Oregon Duck bunch. Rosa lifts it to center field. That'll be enough to score a run. Oregon reclaims the lead. Rosa does her job. And that'll bring up Maake. Her last plate appearance, solo homer.
Batting the designated player, number 15, Stephanie Maake.
So one down, runner in scoring position for Maake. Solo homer in the second, gives her 11 for the season. Let's see if Hewlin can stop the bleeding. Fisted. Campbell dives and tries to make the catch. Looked like it went off the heel of her glove. And if you're Oregon State, you really want to make that play. Yep, off the heel. Great effort by Campbell. That would have been a big out recorded. Instead, Maake stays alive. The number 8 hitter. Played club ball with Sinicki, Shaw, and Spencer, her Oregon teammates. One and one. Maake looking for something to drive. Lofts it deep, left field. And gone! Howie drifting back, thought she was going to be able to make a play. Instead, it's a 2-run bomb. It looked like it bounced off the top of the fence and plopped over. Second homer of the game. Stephanie, yeah, how do you like me now? There's that offense that the Ducks have been flexing. That was crazy.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3, Kaylin Jones.
So the number 8 hitter, Maake, does it again. 2 homers in this game. Wow, solo shot and then that 2-run blast. That'll bring up Jones. Hewlin, who prides herself in keeping the ball in the yard, has been roughed up a couple of times by Maake. It's 4-1, the Oregon Ducks with the lead. Howie drifting back, looked like she might have a beat on it. Looked like the ball bounced off the top of the wall and then over for the 2-run bomb. Two and two. Jones, the number 9 hitter, looking to keep this inning going with Kai Lushar on deck. Fouled back. Staying alive is Jones. So let's take another look at the homer from Maake. She thinks it's deep enough. And Howie was back in time, had room, misjudged it just a bit at the end, and that bounce was favorable for the Oregon Ducks. Opposite field, good bat control for Jones. Finding that hole, 5-6 for the single. Just staying home, letting the bat do all of the work. Didn't even have to follow through. Contact, comes in hard, goes out hard, finds grass through that 5-6 hole. So here's Lushar. First pitch slapping. Looking for her first hit of the night. Has been dependable and consistent for Lombardi for so many years. On the pitch, Jones with the steal. Oregon taking dead aim at the single season stolen base record set back in 2007. That will be obliterated by the time this season is over. Just told now that Jones erased as she left early. So she was punched out. That's an easy call to make, good call to make. Donahue with a good throw down to second, but Jones way early. Whoa. Just in time. So a big frame for the Oregon Ducks apiece. Big frame for the Oregon Ducks in the top of the fourth. And Campbell erased quickly.
Batting second, the third baseman, number 33.
So that'll bring up Gutierrez. Grounded out in the second. Nobody in that Oregon pen at the moment. Sokolsky having given up only the one hit, a couple of walks, but for the most part in control. Waving through that one, Gutierrez Donahue on deck. Oregon coming in with a 5-game winning streak, winners of 11 of the last 12. As Gutierrez grounds out, they'll host Michigan next in a 3-game set in Eugene, while Oregon State will open WCC play against LMU here at Kelly Field this weekend. Here's Nikki Donahue. Ball in the dirt. Donahue waves through it, 0-1. Thompson on deck. If Donahue could get something going with 2 down. Trick something off that. Donahue freezes a little bit, and quickly Sokolski ahead 0-2. She likes to work quickly. She and Rosa have been really good together. Ooh. Rosa kind of glances back at Tomlinson, and Sokolski has a little chuckle. Let's take a look. Rosa tries to bring it up a little bit. Tomlinson says it was low, but that did the trick. Good frame for Sokolski, retiring Oregon State in order. So the lead stays in Oregon's camp. It's 4-1 after 4. Come on back. Sinicki will lead things off. Hasn't gotten the ball out of the infield yet. Top of the 5th, 4-1. Oregon with the lead. All the way, fair, dancing down the line. Sinicki. 8th double of the year. Got the ball out of the infield that time, didn't she? Just smoked that thing down the line. Gutierrez not able to react in time, and Sinicki can move. So the leadoff double for the veteran will bring up McCoy.
Batting seconds, the first baseman number 24, Riley McCoy.
Here's McCoy. She doubled her last time up. Hewlin can ill afford to let Oregon plate any more runs. Sinicki standing at second with the leadoff double. McCoy, one of the heavy-hitting freshmen, looking to knock her in. Sends it deep, right field. Tagging. Dardis reading that one really well. I had no chance to get Sinicki tagging. Good job, though, by Dardis. Berg talks about how she can cover some ground, reads the ball well. She did it right there. Here's Flannery. So McCoy doing her job, moving that runner. So Sinicki at third. One away. Oregon looking for more. Little nubber, the flare, base knock, RBI. I mean, Hewlin throws a great pitch, but Flannery's able to muscle it out of the infield for the RBI. More run support for Sokolsky, 5-1. Got jammed, got fooled a bit, but strong enough to find grass. So Flannery enjoying a career year with the RBI, 5-1. Here's Kedry Luchart. First pitch swinging. Mackay doing most of the damage for the Oregon Ducks with the 2 homers, a solo and a 2-run job. Ducks able to get to Hewlin with a couple of doubles as well. Hewlin in Game 1 in Eugene just last month going the distance with the 6-hit gem, 5-2 Oregon State win, snapping that 16-game Duck winning streak. But tonight Oregon has had the upper hand. Some clutch hitting, going yard a couple of times. And Sokolsky, except for just a little bit of a hiccup in the third, has been solid as heck for Oregon in the circle. Staying alive is Luchart. Patman on deck. Good crowd here at Kelly Field. Everybody bundled up, but at least it's not raining. Up along the eyeballs, good eye by Luchart. Count goes to 2-2. One away, runner on first. Sharply hit, backhanded. Nifty play by Butler to get that lead runner. Nice job on the backhand as that ball had eyes through the hole. Butler staying home and then firing the strike to Bamberger for the force play. Big out for Hewlin and Oregon State. Good D. So that'll bring up Des Patman. Transfer from New Mexico State.
Voted up in the 6th spot of the order. Number 28 goes Patman.
Last time up, laid down that bunt that Hewlin could not handle. You can bet with 2 down and home run power, she will be hitting away. Luchart with the steal. So Kedry now 19 for 19 in the stolen base department. And there will be a discussion. So you see Tomlinson and Hawthorne. Looks like there may be a review. So yeah, there's Tomlinson and Hawthorne putting the headsets on and looking at the monitor. maybe leaving early. Well, that's bang bang, isn't it? Jones already leaving early for the Oregon Ducks on a would-be steal and retired. You know, for a second there, I couldn't tell if Eric Hawthorne was waving the call dead or if he was just trying to get around the throw. I mean, it's a great jump by Kedry. You see Hawthorne trying to get out of the way on the throwdown by Donahue. Well, there it is. So Luchar is erased. They say she left early. Wow. So that'll do it. That's what the review is all about, huh? If you're Oregon State, after 3, and then Oregon got busy. 5-1 now. Beavers chasing. Thompson will lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th. She walked in the 3rd. The one inning that Oregon State was able to nick Sokolsky just a bit, that 3rd frame, and Thompson started things off with the free pass. The Ducks looking to even the 3-game series, all 3 games, single game affairs. Losing in Eugene, the Ducks, last month, but leading here at Kelly Field in Oregon at Oregon State, 5-1. The 2 teams will get together the 3rd and final time here at Kelly on April 16th. Good rip, just missing there is Thompson. The homestand continues for Oregon State as they host LMU this weekend in their WCC conference opener. Just feels strange to say that. Affiliate member for 2 years. And the Oregon Ducks return home to the Jane, hosting Michigan. That'll be a fun series. And when LMU is finished playing here, they'll play 1 game in Eugene before heading home. Well hit, Thompson, but right at Luchar. She's had a couple of really good rips. Oregon State has had some hard hit balls, but when it has come to contact right at Luchar in left field. Here's Bambarger. Flew out her last plate appearance. Dardis on deck. Dardis with the only hit for Oregon State at this point. Ooh, took something off of that one. Sokolsky had a 2-hit gem against Florida State earlier this season, not allowing a run. And like I said, but 2 hits. Right now she's looking at that kind of a dandy. Bambarger reading that one well. Stayed home, fouls it off. More activity in the Oregon pen. It looks like it might be Grine again. We'll keep you posted. Sinicki roaming, cannon, gone. Nice job by McCoy to go down to the boot tops to get that one.
Stepping into the box for the Beavers, select with number 7, Ella Carter.
Looks like it is Grine. Transfer from Virginia Tech. Dardis now. Oregon State's only hit coming from Dardis in that third. The RBI belongs to Howie on the line out. Dardis with the little flare single to right. Sokolski's been solid. Boy, does she work fast. You know the defense loves that. It's going to be a tough road to hoe for Oregon State in the rally department. And we'll get underway. Here we go. 2-1 now. The count to Dardis. Drifting back. Kai Lushar making the grab. Digging in. Crossed up Patman on that one. Fouled straight back. Hewlin will have to face Maake again this frame. That can't be pleasant. Takes a funny hop, and Gutierrez, with her back to the ball, takes one off the body. Hit sharply. Actually off the heel of her glove, huh? Just a tough chance for Gutierrez. I believe they're going to give Patman a hit on that. That'll bring up Rosa. So leadoff batter on here in the sixth for the Ducks. First pitch swinging. Lead runner erased at second. So Gutierrez does a nice job of shaking off that last play. Rifles that ball to second for the force out. And here's Make. Some action with the Oregon Ducks. Pinch runner. So Leg will pinch run for the Oregon Ducks. Reagan out of California
17, Reagan Leg.
Has scored 13 runs, most of those via pinch running. So Make I mean, what a night for Make. The 2 homers. Solo, then 2 run. She's got a chance to just kind of keep that hit parade going. Make digs in. Ooh, look out. Leg had her first hit of the season in the Rutgers series. That had to have felt good. Most of the time she's just legging it. But a valuable pinch runner for this Oregon Duck club. I don't want to diminish that role. Another hit for Stephanie. Runners at first and second. What a night for her. So runners on first and second, 1 down. Ducks looking to win their 6th straight. And on a serious roll. Their last loss was at Washington, March 16th. And a big 3-game set awaits Oregon with the visiting Michigan Wolverines. Oregon State playing in the WCC for the first time ever. Will host LMU this weekend. Sokolsky quickly ahead, 0-2 with Lewis trying to protect. Sokolsky, what a pitch. Man, just missing. And Sokolsky again with a little chuckle. Great job by Lewis not to fish. Look at how close this one is. Again, Rosa framing nicely. They're going to say Lewis went. Rosa did a good job of asking Tomlinson to go down to Hawthorne, and Hawthorne punches her out. Big first out. Let's see. Lewis disappointed with the result. And here's Howie. First pitch swinging. Crescio, the defensive replacement in right field, making the play.
Batting third, the shortstop number 23, Jaya Butler.
So that'll bring up Butler. Sokolsky looking for a 1-2-3 inning. First pitch swinging. Berg wanted her players to be aggressive and go after first pitches if they were in the zone. Sokolsky coming right at the Beavers. They've been looking to rip some first pitch offerings, just not quite there tonight. Fouled straight back. Good cut by Butler. Oregon State losing a lot of players, some to graduation, some to the transfer portal, but boy, they got some good talent in via that portal as well. A little give and take with that portal, huh? The Oregon Ducks, when they have a lead, middle of the game on, they just don't give up that lead. Drifting, making the play is Jones. So 3 up, 3 down. Still in the circle for Oregon State. Wants to see this thing through. Hewlin, who leads Oregon State in starts and complete games, prides herself in going the distance. Right down the gut, 1-1. McCoy on deck. There's a good look at Hewlin. This is going to be a really tough play. Sinicki flies. Bunt single. So Sinicki a threat to go as well. The Ducks have had a couple of stolen bases taken back, leaving too early. Right now, Stats has this club with 3 steals. That gives them, if I'm not mistaken, 119 on the year, closing in on the record of 126 steals in a single season set in 2007. You don't want to take the bat out of McCoy's hands, but Sinicki definitely a threat to take off. One and one. Flannery on deck. This is an Oregon bunch that has just been piling up the hits and runs. 4 times Oregon has scored 20 or more runs in a game. That's just crazy. Ooh. Ahead in that one. Again, Oregon coming off that 2-game sweep against Rutgers, outscoring the Scarlet Knights 41-3. 39 hits in that 2-game set, including 20 knocks in Game 2. 9 hits tonight. In the dirt, Donahue can't handle it. Sinicki down to second. So now McCoy, one of a handful of freshmen getting a ton of quality playing time and coming through, has a runner in scoring position. 2-2 count. Sharply hit up the middle. Sinicki waved home all the way. No chance to even draw a throw. RBI knock McCoy. McCoy hitting that one right on the screws, up the gut. And Sinicki doesn't hesitate. Smartly lets that thing through. Gets the inside of the bag and no chance. So pinch runner for the Oregon Ducks. Lawton will pinch run. So Flannery, with a runner on, steps into the box. RBI single, last plate appearance. First pitch swinging. Does Donahue have a chance? No, she does not. So new life for Flannery. Kedry Luchar on deck. So a 1-1 tie. Looked like we had a back and forth affair and Oregon got busy. Maake with the night. Solo homer, 2-run bomb. And then a bunch of doubles and RBI singles and timely hitting and kind of what Oregon does. There's a reason why they're top 5. A long game here in Corvallis. Already 2 hours and 15 minutes old as Hewlin retires Flannery. First out of the inning.
Now batting the center fielder, number 1, Kedry
Luchar.
Luchar.
Flannery can't believe it. Kedry digs in. First pitch swinging. A double to her credit. Kedry. Three doubles tonight for the Ducks. Couple of home runs. 10 hits in all. Hewlin's still working. Again, it's a personal thing. When these pitchers get in that circle, they want to go the distance. They want to go as long as they can. Hewlin's still working. Ahead of Luchar, 0-2. Opposite field single, Luchar. And what you love about the Oregon Ducks is they'll take where that pitch is. If Luchar tries to pull that thing, she grounds out. Maybe even hits into a double play. Instead, just goes with the pitch. Single, you pass the bat. Now runners on first and second. One away for Patman. First pitch swinging. Center field. Coming in on it. Lewis. Everybody tagging. Patman didn't miss that one by much. So now second and third, 2 down. And here's Rosa. Rosa with the RBI, sac fly. A chance to plate a couple of more. 2 down, runners on second and third. Oregon very much in control. The Ducks 26-0 when leading after 3. 29-0 when leading after 4. They like where they're sitting. Rosa at 1-1. A single would plate a couple of more. Gutierrez staying home. Campbell can't make the pick. Oregon State error plates a couple of more. That was a tough try and chance for Campbell over at first. So 9-1, Oregon with the lead. Gutierrez making the play. Comes up firing. And with that swipe with the glove, Campbell can't make the play. So 9-1. The wheels falling off a bit for Oregon State. They'll keep working.
Re-entering the game and not having been up in the 15, Stephanie Maake.
Maake having herself a night. Howie not able to handle it. Ball bouncing off the top of the wall and over for the 2-run homer. And that was in the 4th. Had the solo homer, did Stephanie, in the 2nd. And a single for good measure, last plate appearance. So she's perfect at the plate tonight. Oregon State with the 3 errors tonight, and there's no way you're going to beat a team like the Oregon Ducks with those kinds of mistakes. You give this club extra outs, and they'll punish you. You know, Maake is going to be free swinging. Line drive. Lewis coming in. And Maake retired for the first time tonight, looking for her 3rd complete game of the season. One away. Sokolsky giving up but 1 hit. That was to Dardis in the 3rd. Flair single to right field. That's it.
At the plate for the Beavers, the third baseman, number 33,
5 Ks, couple of walks, just solid for Sokolsky. Her best outing since the Florida State game. So here's Gutierrez. The Ducks will just keep rocking and rolling. They're off to their best start since 2017. And Oregon State will go back to the drawing board. And with the WCC conference opening series this weekend for Oregon State. Again, LMU coming to town. Absolutely critical for Oregon State to get off to a good start in the WCC. It's a one-bid league. We know that. There is no postseason conference tournament in the WCC, so you've got to do your work during conference play. LMU so close to going to the NCAA tournament last year, dropping the third and final game against St. Mary's to end the season, giving the Gales the WCC regular season championship and going to the NCAA tournament. A good club in LMU coming to town this weekend. And we know the history of Michigan. It's rich, it's deep. Tip of the cap to our crew tonight. They get here early and they work their tails off. Everybody back at the mothership, and then all the boots on the ground here. So appreciative of everybody making sure that you are covered with top shelf softball. Wasn't too long ago when it was one apiece in this game. Oregon State drawing even in the third. That didn't last long. A 3-spot by Oregon in the fourth. Got the party started for the Oregon Ducks. And it's just a matter of time before Sokolsky slams the door. Ground ball, Flannery. Gutierrez punched out. Looks like Madison Weir will grab a bat and pinch hit for Donahue. Transfer out of Manhattan. Weir, the junior, has been an on and off starter for Oregon State. And there's your hero with the black headband, Maake. Couple of homers, solo shot, 2-run bomb. A lot of other Oregon Ducks getting into the act with hits and RBIs, but no doubt about it, Stephanie has stolen the show tonight. Here's Weir. Good crowd. You'd expect nothing less when the rivalry series renews itself. Oregon will draw even with tonight's victory after Oregon State came into their house and won last month's series opener at the Jane Sanders Classic. And regardless of tonight's outcome, that is a game that Oregon State will draw from the rest of this season. They proved to themselves in that game, in that upset win in Eugene, that they can play with the big dogs. Tonight, not the case. But you draw from opportunities like that, and Sokolsky with the K. Fitting. What a performance by Sokolsky in the circle for the Oregon Ducks.
Rivalry series game, your final score, Oregon 9 and Oregon State 1.
So a pitcher's duel early in this game. Sokolsky stayed steady while Oregon bats woke up. The Ducks winning this one 9-1, getting revenge and keeping that offense rolling. They'll host Michigan, as we mentioned, in Eugene this weekend. Oregon State will be hosting LMU to open up WCC